All right, welcome back, everyone. Let's get you started on the Doppler radar, showing you where these thunderstorms are taking place right now. Reeves County seeing some pretty heavy thunderstorm activity. Zoom out a little bit here, but you can just see the massiveness of this storm. Not really powerful in terms of how much rain's coming down, but there is a lot of rain and a lot of area being covered over in Reeves County. And also southeastern New Mexico continuing their trend of seeing some very heavy thunderstorm activity, seeing some early this morning, and we're going to start to see more of that later on today. And we're also seeing a little bit less rainfall down in Terrell County, but there is still some good thunderstorm activity going on there, and we can expect to see more thunderstorm activity throughout the day. A 50% chance of storms. These flash flood watches just got extended to 7 p.m. It was in effect till 7 a.m. Tuesday, but just very recently, that has been extended into the nighttime hours tonight. And here's the hour-by-hour forecast. You can expect around noon is when you can see the thunderstorms roll through the Midland-Odessa area, and those thunderstorms will move out of the area later on in the afternoon, and we'll start to see some clearing later on. But Wednesday, rain chances will continue, about a 50% chance of seeing rain then as well. But temperature-wise, well below our average for yesterday, and also you can expect, you saw 106 down in 2011. Very nice to not be seeing that. I like these temperatures in the 80s, and we're actually going to keep them that way for the rest of the week. 70s right now throughout the basin, and seeing a couple 60s too, all the way down to 63 in Alpine, and even seeing the 60s down along the border in Presidio. And we're going to have a lot of moisture in the air, and likely this moisture will stick around well into the weekend, though we'll start to see some clearing then. You can expect things to be very humid, so if you're heading out to UTPB's first football game this Saturday, could be a little humid out there, but should be good in terms of sunshine, and wind speeds not really playing a factor throughout the basin. The highest we're seeing right now is the 10-mile-an-hour winds over in Carlsbad. So while we're getting the rainfall, we're not exactly getting the winds to come with it. Temperatures for today, expect them to stick in the 70s, I should say, throughout most of the northern basin. A couple 80s, Andrews, Jow, Big Spring, Gale, and Lamesa could get there, but the rest of the area should stick in the 70s today. And then expect the low 80s throughout the central basin, 82 Monahans, 80 Penwell, 84 Grand Falls, 84 in Crane and Rankin at 85. And looking at the Trans-Pecos, low 80s today. Red Bluff and Balmorhea will stay in the 70s, but Iran could get as high as 87 degrees, and Dryden all the way down to 85. And going into the mountains, they're going to stay in the 70s for most areas. Could stay in the 60s in Pine Springs and Fort Davis. Valentine and Marfa, though, down into the low 70s, 73 in Alpine and Presidio, and the Big Bend could get up into the 80s. And looking at our 7-day forecast, more rain on the way. 50 to 60% chances of rain for Tuesday, a 40% chance of rain Wednesday, Thursday, a smaller chance on Friday. But I think the best news of all is that low today of 83 degrees, and only going to get as high as 88 before the weekend. Then we'll start to see some clearing just in time for UTPB's first ever football game.
And your long Labor Day weekend.
Oh, yeah. That's always a good sign. See, we used to hate it when we were kids, because back then, the day after Labor Day was the first day of school, but now it's they start school before Labor Day, so they actually like it now.
Yeah, and I know schools further north, they will start later in September and then end more in our summertime. So, yeah, no.
Yeah, we had a huge snowstorm when I was a kid, and we had our last day of school pushed all the way back to like July. It was ridiculous.
Oh my gosh. I would, no.
We missed so much school during the school year, which was awesome, but then when we found out we had to make it up well into the summer, we were like, oh, come on.
Right. Well, it was like a couple years ago when